Alrighty, and welcome back to Black Phoenix Entertainment. Let's talk about something about tires under Can Am Rykers. There's two different sets of tires, and I've mentioned this before with my Sport, but now that I've ridden both a Sport and a Ryker Rally with the two different sets of tires, I have a much better understanding of the difference and how they react and all of that. So let's talk about it. So there's every Ryker except for the Rally comes with street tires, like tires that are basically for the pavement, your average everyday tires. The Rally comes with a knobbier tire, mostly made for dirt and other, gravel and, non-pavement stuff. It can be used for pavement, but here comes the difference that I've noticed in riding the Rally and pushing the Rally and just riding the way that I ride. I was right. I was 100% right when I said the grip is less on the Rally tires on pavement than it is with the Sport tires on pavement. I'll get to dirt in a minute, but I'm gonna start talking about the pavement first. I was able to push my Sport much harder than I can push this Rally. This Rally does not like being pushed hard, and there's other variables, but I'm going to talk about the tires first. I've had the front end wash out on this almost every single time I try to push it really hard into a corner, whereas the Sport would stick and just kind of, I get it pointed and it'll go. With some of the adjustments and stuff that I've made to this, I've kind of gotten it to that point, but there's still that limit where the tires are losing grip and it starts sliding out towards the outside of the corner. So, and I picked this spot here to do this vlog because there are some nice corners and stuff here, and this is an awesome local road that we just kind of bomb down every now and then. I'm not going to completely bomb down it, but I'm just going to go down it just to kind of show you the types of turns and stuff that would happen. So if I push this Rally on this road, it will freak out. Like, it will slide out. I've done it before, and yeah, so I've noticed I've had to go into corners a lot slower than I would on the Sport, and then come out, I don't want to say come out faster, like this corner here. Like, it started to already want to push out on me. As soon as I got on the throttle, I could feel it start pushing out, like the tires have already lost their grip at that speed and at that angle. Like, here's a big sweeper coming up, and in comparison to my Sport, I was able to stick this the whole time. I'm going 50. I'm going to just try to keep it around 50 here. So right now it's okay. Now coming out of this corner, so the long sweeper isn't as bad. It's when it starts, you start really testing the grip and the heat levels of the Rally tires that it freaks out. Now, for what I bought it for, I don't care, because I didn't buy this thing to sit here and do all these speed runs and stuff like that. I bought this for the comfort and long distance and just, chill rides and then just have some fun or whatever. And also some of the spots that I'm going, again, the Rally could help me with it being raised up and the suspension and stuff like that. So I would just notice a definite difference when I start riding it more, here, watch this. Right there. Yep, it started already. I had to lay off the throttle. It did not like that at all. And I had the Bajaron sway bar links and I've adjusted the suspension. And still, and I know it's the tires because you can feel it just, it's not a wiggle, it's nothing like else weird happening. You just feel the front end just wash out. And the tires just like, nope, I don't want to do this. I mean, unless you're pushing it super hard, it honestly does. Oh, I could do some dirt there. It honestly doesn't matter. Like I said, just riding it regularly, riding casual, you don't notice the difference. It's when you start pushing it or trying to keep up with, like, some of the groups that I ride with and stuff, that's when I feel it. And I just got to remind myself, hey, I'm gonna hang back. I'm riding over the limit of what the Rally can do, so let me just ride within the technical and mechanical limits of this bike. So, and again, this is why on a couple of videos I've said Can Am needs to use me as a test rider, because my abilities on the Rykers have exceeded the mechanical limits of the rally. So put me on there. Maybe we could, you know, come up with some other things, some ideas, you know, for more advanced riders that have a higher skill set to be able to push these things faster than they can go. But whatever, I digress. Yeah, so, and again, I know the suspension is a little bit different, and it's raised up a little bit higher, so there are some other variables with it, but overall I 100% think it's a tire difference, just because of the different compounds and the types of tires they are. Is this guy just gonna let me go? All right, that works for me. I mean, this road is kind of slow coming up, so, but yeah, like this little sweeper here, like certain corners, like you definitely cannot go in too hard on a rally. Like the grip is just not there. It's gonna be like, nope. Like I have been shut down more times on this rally in a short time that I've owned it than I have on my Ryker Sport. See, like this corner, like just doing that at 30, that was fine. But I also kept the throttle, like I didn't pin the throttle, I didn't try to drift around that or anything. So again, it's when you try to push it that it freaks out. Now on dirt, oh man, the rally, the tires, the whole setup, awesome on dirt. Like I was able to go uphill in the dirt and do all this stuff. Like it's definitely more geared to that. But again, how many dirt roads are you actually going down in comparison to, you know, your pavement roads? And again, I got it for some of the places that I'm going. I'm gonna probably run into some weird roads and stuff, so I'm like, whatever, we'll do that. The Sport on dirt with the tires, especially once I put the Yokohama on there, I'm not going to talk too much about that, because I know that the Yokohama isn't the stock tire on the Ryker, and that's more of a softer compound kind of a racing tire. So the stock Kenda tires on the Sport didn't really like dirt, and even in sport mode, like you weren't getting the traction that you needed, which totally makes sense because it's not for that, and the tires aren't specifically made for dirt. So yeah, so it's one or the other. Like where are you gonna do most of your riding, or what are you looking for in a ride? But I will say the rally is a much more comfortable ride the way that it's set up than the Sport is. The Sport's obviously more sporty and stuff like that, a little bit stiffer. So for those longer rides, when I went down to GAM and, you know, the VAM and stuff like that, like it definitely helped out being able to adjust the suspension and just having a more cushiony, softer ride. So that's it. I'm not going to get too crazy about it. I just want to talk about my observations now, having ridden both the Sport and a rally, and just let you guys know what I think. So go down there, do all the fun YouTube stuff, do the liking, do the subscribing, do the sharing, and while you're down there, check out all the cool stuff I have in my description. I got some cool filtered water bottles from Epic Water Filters. You can save some money on those. BLRtuning, Ironside Customs, some awesome motorcycle stuff that you guys can check out and save money on. And as always, any money I make off of this channel, including anything off my merch, will go to Moby Kit Rescue to save the kittens. With all that being said, thank you for rocking with the flock. I'll see you guys on the next one.